Monday, February 10th, and what a great day out of nowhere. Anyway, let's get to it. To read the disclosure, this is midday public video, so let's get to it. Um, Here we are. You know, hello. I did a public video this morning talking a little bit about the S&P levels, just about my thoughts on my Amazon position that I've been massaging for a while now. That's at all-time highs. Hopefully, you guys crushed it on that. Discussed how I would approach Tesla today because I did not come in long it, but we had some really nice trades last week, and I wanted to give it some space, and then just everything else. I'm sitting here in 10, 12 plus positions, and every time I try and bring down my positions, I just get into other things that look great, and they trigger, and I'm just keep maneuvering. I guess that's the beauty of having a go-to list. My go-to list is like 40 names. I have the FANG names, and then I have the IPO names that have been pretty great to trade in the last 2 months. And then I have other notables, and then I have some of the SaaS software, and then I have some bios, and it's just like, oh my goodness, there's always something going on. So anyway, if you look here, this is the chart of the S&P cash. I went over this morning, and here you go. We held the 8-day, was below 33.22 for literally, I don't know, 20 minutes, reclaimed it, and now you have like another upper bull flag here, where the market's just absorbing all this coronavirus news. It's absorbing the potential of factories saying close longer than it should be. So it is what it is. You got to tune out some of the noise and just trade the patterns, because the patterns have been great, and there's been so many of them. I'm not even going to get through the whole trend of this, but I'll do that at another time. It looks really good. So the one thing I came in short today, which I talked about also this morning, was Apple. Why was Red Dog short Apple? He loves Apple, and I do love my AirPods, and I do love my iWatch, and I do love my phone. But on Friday, it acted weaker, and I figured if something, was going to be good to take as an overnight short besides my SPY hedge, which has been hard to make money on, let me take some of that. So I walked in today. It was down 3.5 points. I covered some, which I tweeted to Redler All Access, and then I was done with my morning call video that I do every single day from Monday through Thursday for Redler All Access. And if you don't have that, you should go right here and sign up, t3live.com/RAA. I do a morning call video like this every day that you get at 8:30, so you get it before the market opens so you can get prepared. Anyway, so when I was done with it, I went back to my desk. I'm like, you know what? I'm like, Apple 314.50-ish is a big level. Let me get out of it, which I did. I was like, should I flip long? There's the 21-day. I'm like, you know what? I have so much going on. I have Amazon, I have Netflix, I have, Roku, I have Twitter, I have Pins, I have work, I have Crowdsource, I have my Tesla I have to watch. I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to, get so cute on Apple where I cover my short and flip, but I guess I should have, right? Why not? So you go back here. This was the thoughts. Apple didn't make a new high last week. There's concern about its China factories and stores. There's news they need another week to open. I took it short Friday and covered most this morning. 318 is a big spot, which was this prior low. If that can't break, if that can't break, the bears can't growl too loudly. Support under is 314. So that's where I came up with 314. Actually, 313.60 was the spot I put in there. And basically, when I walked out of here, I'm like, I just did my prayer. I'm like, it's already 314.5. I'm like, let me just get out. I feel like I stole money short Apple. Anyway, so what did it do? Apple held the 21-day. And then kind of reclaimed the 318 level. So now it's back in the range. It's not pressuring. The bears can't say, hey, look how weak Apple is right now. So that's why the market overall bounced. Anyway, so that was a nice cover. I did not flip. Sorry. I'm in Amazon. Amazon, if you remember, I had in the money calls, the 1910s. I had a lotto call spread, the 2000s to 2070s. They bought the stock that Friday. And, 1 week it consolidated, was able to trade around it. And then this morning, what did it hit? Woohoo! Hit as high as 21.27. Where is it now? 21.21. No, that's how high it hit. 21.27. Above that 2098. And I actually even bought more when it went through there, because I'm a momentum trader. I love when you could buy high and sell higher. It doesn't happen often, but it happens in some names like this. And you could have done that. Okay, you could have even done that on, what's it called, on Friday when it took out this 2070 area. But anyway, so now this is what, 2127, 2127. I have to believe that unless you've really are part of my Twitter community, but don't pay attention to anything I say, I'd have to believe you're watching this right now and you want to give a little high five. Let's do it. High five. Come on, get it there. High five. Because I put this on the public Twitter so many different times. Besides the call spread, the lotto spread, and everything I spoke about for 2 weeks prior to earnings. Why was I excited this prior to earnings? You know why I was excited about this? Look at the size of this channel. For 2.5+ years, Amazon's been doing nothing. Well, Jeff was playboying all around, getting girlfriends. No, I'm kidding. Anyway, while they were still becoming the #1 brand in the world. So that's why I was excited here. So anyway, that's why here too, I still said, hey guys, everyone's like trying to get all bearish. Like, oh, well, Jeff just sold $1.8 billion worth of stock. I'm like, he does that every friggin' year to fund his Blue Origin space program. Know your facts. Don't just throw shit out there to scare people out of their positions. So last week I tried to make sure that nobody sold based on that. Sell for something else, not based on that. And then he got out of the way and then it just lifted. So anyway, what a beautiful, beautiful scenario, I don't want to just get too enamored by it, but you got to be happy when some things work out to your thesis. And I had a lot of conviction here. So if you're part of my community, you better be given a high five. And you could even on Twitter say high five. Okay, if you're watching this now and you just tweet me and go high five, Red Dog, and I'll know exactly what you meant. But anyway, very nice. And I had the 2100 to 2140 call spreads on because I just wanted more exposure after I got rid of my earnings options. So good. So good. What movie? So hot. Want to touch 90? Anyway, still on Netflix. Netflix looks really good. We got involved in Netflix, not the day of earnings, like 2 days later. Why? Because this big wide range bar got me long. I was like, I'm done with Netflix. It's going to be in the penalty box. And then that happened. I'm like, ooh, that's what I call an igniting engulfing bar. That is the day after earnings, and they caught a lot of people by surprise. So I got long in here, added here, sold some strength, still in it. Not only am I in the stock, I'm also in a call spread. Why am I in a call spread? Look at this channel. I don't know what the catalyst is going to be to take out this 385 and get to 420, but my option guys are telling me all they keep talking about are these 400 sweeps. Red Dog, another 400 sweep. Red Dog, another 4 sweep. I'm like, what expiration for that? And they're like, it's for the 21st. I'm like, oh, I have the 21st too. 2 weeks. So anyway, can you add above 375? Maybe. The next real big level is the 380s. So I have a call spread on. It cost me $3, I think, to make 17. Nice risk reward, right? I put that on down here where I was like, okay, I'm going to buy the 380s and I'm going to sell the 400s. Because if it gets through 380, chances are it's going to work the 400. And you know what? Back then it didn't seem real feasible. And everyone was like, I'm out of my mind. But now everyone's like, oh, Red Dog, that could work. So anyway, that's what I have on. And it was nice. And, for 2 years, Netflix has been doing a whole lot of nothing or more. So we'll see. Does it have enough juice to get above that? So anyway, that's that. Tesla, I did not trade Tesla today. Believe it or not, Red Dog didn't trade it. Why? Because I didn't like the gap up 50-point setup. Yes, if I was a better short, I would have shorted verse a 5-minute high the same way I did the opposite last Thursday and Friday. But you know what? I played to my strengths. After Tesla peaked at 960, all of a sudden I'm like, you know what? Last Thursday it was in the 700s. So I'm like, let's look for a Red Dog reversal. When it gets below 704, reclaims it, buy it, and then trade it a few times until all of a sudden gets to a level. And we did that from 704 to 757, and then went to 790. I know, who cares? And then Friday did the same thing. I tweeted to Redler All Access. I'm like, oh, I've long small at 735. I'm gonna trade it, and I bought more going green, and then I sold it in the 750s, and that was a nice Friday move. So then I didn't take it home over the weekend. Whatever, and now because I think it needs some time to continue to build this wedge type format. So this is, if you want to read what I wrote there, that was the morning tactical plan. I always put together a tactical plan, and these were levels. It opened up at 795, couldn't hold 769, but all in all, not the end of the world. You could put this here now. And now this is your next 819. So now that's your new point of reference. A little bit of a lower high versus that other high of 845. And it's taking its time to rebuild. What's the slow here now? The slow is 752. So get that in here. Within some time, maybe it tightens up and there'll be a more meatier trade. But even though these two I bought here, made like 40, 50 points, bought here, made like 25 points, that was good enough, Took took a week to make 50 points in Amazon, not 7 minutes. But anyway, still building. I was looking at the potential just to have go 4 weeks out and like do an 1100 by 1200 call spread. And believe it or not, it only costs like $6-7 to be in Tesla. Where if something happens where they get added to the S&P or Elon does something crazy and splits the stock or something and it goes again, and doesn't, and it's not conducive to your intraday style where it gets above 819 and holds, gets above 845 and holds and goes. I might do that, but I'll see. I said that in there too. It's really not that expensive, but I do think this could take a long time. Now this is like the upper end, and then maybe it comes down into the lower end. I don't know, but we'll see. Just because you made a lot of money in a name, don't let it burn a hole in your pocket on getting back involved. I do have a name that I wanted to go over, but I don't know. I feel like Twitter world was pissing me off last Thursday, Friday a little bit, so I didn't do the video. Remember, I did an Apple video, I did a Tesla 2 videos, I did an Amazon video, all timely videos. Okay, Netflix. I didn't do a video, but I gave you guys my strategy. So I have another one that I might do later today. Anyway, what else? Oh, in the new issue land, I did give you guys lift. I did a segment with Liz Clayman together on her show. I went all the way uptown and I spelled it out and missed trading the close and do my recap. And I had to run home for the ferry. And anyway, I was here. Look how nice the lifty looks. Lifty-doo-dah. Anyway, gave a lift today. No, I'm kidding. Anyway, that was in here. I was long the stock, bought the options. Everyone's like, Red Dog, you're a jerk. Where's your stop? What are you doing? I'm like, well, I was buying the stock in here, and I'm still in it. And I'm in options, and if it responds well with Uber, maybe we'll sell some and create a spread. And meanwhile, the options we bought in here for $1.55, I sold some above 4, some above 4.25. They hit 4.55 pre-earnings. Anyway, I have some, and I'll see where it is tomorrow. I might create a spread, or I might just sell it. I think that there's definitely some room here. I like the fact that Uber, actually just did a little Red Dog reversal right here. To me, we were getting long Uber in here and long Uber in here, even in this day in there. I didn't take it for earnings, but it was good to see it could hold up. So this way, people would think they might be missing something in Lyft, and they did, and that's why Lyft was so good. Lastly, work. This position I put on last week, I've tried it a few times and lost money. They sent it to Redler All Access, I believe, on Wednesday. And then Josh, my friend, also talked about it. And then I just stayed with it for the week. And this morning, it was at 23.75. I put it in the public Twitter sphere. And I said, hey, this work has a big level. It's holding up well. It had an igniting bar last week. And then all of a sudden, news with IBM. And pow! This is what I posted this morning. Okay, I gave you like tomorrow's newspaper today. They say, can it ever happen? Well, it happened where I gave everyone this chart. And I said, I'm long it. What I say? Work had a big igniting bar. That was here. Looks better to me to get long. Now it needs to hold 22-ish, which didn't even get near. And it might be an add if it gets and stays above 23.75 to 24, which was right here. And it went to 26. I'm still in some. I trimmed some. I traded some. I laughed. I cried. It was better than cats. Okay, I'm the Red Dog anyway. I don't like cats. And that's it. I'm not giving any more. I got to go to the gym, burn off some steam, go to Fox Business. And if you feel like you're really not performing and you're like, oh my God, all I keep doing is looking for a top, or all I keep doing is looking for videos about the coronavirus in China and not making any money, well, maybe you should click t3live.com/RA and try it for a month. Been doing this for 20 plus years and things are going pretty damn well. Later, guys.